Hey everyone, Amanda here. Today we're going to be doing a full body dumbbell workout using a chair. I'm going to be using light dumbbells, 5s, 10s, and 15 pounds. Let's get started with a warm up. Nice easy march. Try to lift that chest and roll those shoulder blades back. Standing tall. And let's bring those arms up, palms in, and take it to a Pec Fly. Once you've got that rhythm, pick up the pace with your arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Exhale as you pull, and inhale as you release. 2 more. Keep that march going. Let's take this into a W. Again, pulling back, squeezing through the shoulders. 2 more. And let's add a toe tap. From here, we're going to add the biceps, getting nice and warm through that upper body. Curl it up and breathe through it. We're going to keep those toe taps going. This time, add a punch. So right, left, right, left. That's it. Keep pushing, getting nice and warm here. 2 more, and let's take it into alternating high knees. Warming up through those hips. Heel down. Pull that knee up nice and high. That's it. 2 more. Back to that march. Big shoulder circles here. Getting nice and open through the chest and shoulders. Pulling back and down. 2 more. And shake it out. Let's go into our first round. I'm going to be using my chair as a bench. We're going to take it into a single arm row. So let's grab our dumbbell. I'm going to be using a 15. So staggered stance. Left foot forward, left hand on the seat of the chair, right hand down. Draw that right leg back so that it allows you to keep your back flat. Chest pushed out, soft elbow. Pinky slightly elevated. Let's row it up for 10. Here we go. 10. Exhale. 9. Keep the neck in a neutral position. Try to maintain that flat back by keeping the chest pushed out. Exhale as you pull up and inhale as you lower. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Let's go over to the other side. Come up out of it. Switch hands, switch the forward foot, hand on the bench, pinky slightly elevated, and chest pushed out. Let's go. 10, 9. Try to pull that elbow up nice and high while keeping the shoulders square to the floor. So we're not twisting as we lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently come up out of it. I'm going to switch out to lighter weights. We're going to take this into a rear delt fly. I like to use my 5s for this. So we're going to have our palms in, lift up in a T, squeeze the shoulder blades, and back down. So select your weight accordingly. Feet shoulder width apart, fold forward, palms facing in. Again, pinkies slightly elevated and chest pushed out. Let's go for 10 reps. Here we go. 10. Exhale as you lift up. 9. And squeeze those shoulder blades together as you lift. That's it. 5 more. 5. Chest out, back flat. 4. Breathing through it. 3. You've got this. 2. 1 more here. 1. Ooh, all right, come up out of it. I'm going to switch out my weight. We're going to go for a goblet squat, but we're going to keep the reps high here. So I'm going to go with my 15, but we're also going to do 15 reps. So select your weight accordingly. If you have a kettlebell, you can use that too. Feet wide, shoulders back, chest lifted. Let's go into our goblet squat. Here we go. Squatting down. 15 reps here. Push the bum back. Keep the chest out so the back remains flat. Inhale on the lower, exhale on that push up. That's it. Keep breathing. Engage the shoulder blades by pulling back. So even though your arms are in front of you, you still want those shoulders to stabilize through that upper body. 5 more. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. And let's lower it down. We're going to give our grip a little bit of a break. We're going to take this to the chair and we're going to do an alternating high knee plank. So I'm going to have my hands on either side of the seat of the chair. Walk my legs back, pushing the heels down. Now push the chest into the shoulder blades. And now we're going to hold that plank position. From here, take that right knee, bring it up, pull into the chest, pause, back out. Take that left knee, pull into the chest, pause, back out. Let's go for 10. Pull, squeezing the abdominals, keeping the chest pushed out. The shoulder blades should be engaged so that the back of the shoulders are higher than the chest or the rounded back. If your back is rounded, try to push it out. Making sure that the back of the shoulders are engaged here. 1 more here. And shake it out. Ooh, all right, we're going back to the top. Bent over rows, 10 reps, starting in that right hand. Once again, I'm going to select my 15-pound weight, left hand on the bench, left foot forward, back flat, pinky slightly elevated. Let's go. 10 reps. 10. Exhale. 9. Get that pull. 8. Breathe through it. 7. 6. Keep this up. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And over to the other side. Let's come up out of it. Switch that left hand. Staggered stance. Pinky elevated. And chest out. Let's do this. 10 reps. 10. 9. Get that shoulder blade retraction. 8. Squeeze it up. 7. 6. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. 5. Exhale up. 4. Inhale down. 3. Shoulders square. 2. And 1. Ooh, gently come up out of it. Shake it out here. We're going back to our delt flies. So remember, back flat, chest out. But if at any point your lower back needs a little bit of a break, you can always do this one as a lateral raise. So back is flat, feet are shoulder width apart. Let's fold forward. Pinkies elevated. Let's go. 10 reps. 10. Exhale. 9. Really squeeze. 8. Breathing through it. 7. Get that shoulder blade retraction. I want you to imagine that pop cam between your shoulder blades. We're going to crush it. That's it. 2 more. 2. 1. Whew. All right, we're going to take this back to a squat. This time, we are going to switch it up just a little bit. So in this move, we're going to stack the dumbbell on the shoulder in a wide stance and squat down. So instead of our goblet, we're switching up that grip, just 8 reps on either side. Select your weight accordingly. I'm going to go with a 10, so I'm going to go a little lighter. Feet are wide, arm is out for balance. Lift the chest and let the back head of the dumbbell rest on your shoulder. Slight bend in the knees. Let's go for 8. Here we go. 8. Try to maintain strong posture. 7. Nice and low here. 6. Breathing through. 5. Push that bum back. Press through the heels. That's it. Keep this up. 2 more. 2. 1. And over to the other side. 8 reps. Again, let the head of the dumbbell rest on your shoulder. Chest lifted. Shoulders and elbows back. Let's go. 8. 7. Nice and low here. 6. Work through those quads. 5. Posturally, this move is a little more challenging. So that is why I lowered my weight for this one. I'm not doing quite as heavy because the core has to offset where the weight is positioned. All right, let's lower it down. We're going to take this back to the chair, back to our plank. And again, we're going to switch this one up a little bit. So plank position, hands on either side of the chair, walk the feet back, heels down, and now push your chest into your shoulders, feeling the shoulder blades engaged. Now in this move, we're going to pulse the leg, lift that right leg up, and we're going to straight leg pulse up toward the ceiling, heel pressed out. Let's go for 10, right side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch over to the other side. Heel down, heel out, chest out. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, you got it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Woo. All right, one more round. Rows. This time just 8 reps. Select your weight accordingly. Again, I'm sticking with my 15. Right hand, staggered stance. Pinky elevated. Let's go. 8, 7. That's it. Get that shoulder blade retraction every time you lift. Pull. You've got it. 4. Abs are in. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Come up out of it. Take it over to the left. Back flat. Pinky elevated. Let's go. 8 reps. 8, 7. Get that shoulder blade retraction every single rep. You've got it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, shake it out. We're going back to our Delt Fly. 8 reps this time. Switch out that weight. Feet shoulder width apart. Fold forward. Palms in, pinky slightly lifted. Let's go for 8. 8. Exhale up. 7. Getting that shoulder blade squeeze. 6. Breathing through it. 5. Exhale up. 4. Breathing through. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take it back to our goblet squat. This time, we are going to go with that original goblet position. We're going to switch up our feet a little bit. So, in the goblet on this round, we're going to squat down. On the first one, come up and calf press right, down, calf press left. Alternating, 16 reps, 8 per side. So let's get ready. Single dumbbell, wide stance, toes flared, shoulders back. Let's go. Squatting down, squat, come up, calf raise. Squat, come up, calf raise. That's it. Squat, come up, calf raise. You've got it. Squat. Keep this going. Getting that shoulder blade retraction the entire time. We're not forgetting about that upper body. Even though it's a lower body exercise, we are still maintaining that strong position with the trunk. Keep breathing. We're going to start to pick up the pace here a little bit. That's 10, 11, 12. You've got it. 13, almost there. 14, 2 more. 15, that's it. And 16. Whew. All right, shake it out. One last plank, this time simply a hold. So plank position on the chair, walk the feet back in a narrow stance, press those heels down toward the floor so you're stretching the calves down, and then push your chest into your shoulders, and now squeeze the shoulder blades. We're holding that shoulder blade retraction. The chest is pushed downwards while the backs of the shoulder blades are pushed up nice and high. Squeezing, you're almost there. 3, 2, 1. And then release the shoulders and step forward. Whew. All right, grab a water break, catch a breather. So our next round, we are going to take this into a shoulder press. So you have the option to either do this one standing, or if your ceilings are a little bit lower, you can also do this one from a seated position. So select your weight accordingly. I'm going to be using my 15s. And I'm going to step to where my ceiling is a little higher. Feet shoulder width apart. Elbows at 90 degrees. Shoulders back and chest lifted. Let's press it up for 10. Here we go. Exhale. Press up. 10. Breathing through this. 9. Standing tall. 8. Squeeze it up, keeping the core engaged. Abdominals in. and slight bend in the knees. 4 more here. 4, 3, almost there. 2, 1 more here. 1, and lower it down. Our next move is going to be a triceps kickback. So for this move, we are going to have our feet shoulder width apart, elbows up nice and high, and we're going to extend it back. So I would recommend using a light weight here. Oftentimes people use too much weight and end up kind of flinging the dumbbells. We want to make sure that it's the triceps doing the work. So I'm going to be using my 5s. Select your weight, feet shoulder width apart, fold forward from the hips, lift the elbows up nice and high, and push the chest out. We're going to extend back and in. Let's go for 10. Here we go. 10, 9. Now a common error with the triceps kickback is to bring the weight too far forward on the inward movement toward the chest, and that actually takes the tension off the triceps. It ends up causing a bit of a swinging motion. 1 more here, and back up. All right, shake it out. Our next move is going to be a deadlift. So we're starting with our standard deadlift, hip hinge and up. Select your weight accordingly. I'm going to be using my 15s, and we're going for 15 reps. So the reps are quite high. Feet shoulder width apart. Start with the dumbbells nice and tight to the body. Shoulders back, chest lifted, and let's hip hinge. Here we go. Fold forward, pushing the bum back, pressing the heels into the floor, and maintaining that flat back position as you fold forward. Keep the head up and the chest out, and breathe. Exhale up, inhale down. The thumbs should just gently skim the front of the legs as you lower. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. We've got 5 more. 5. Keep this up. 4. Pushing through. 3. Almost there. 2. 1 left here, and 1. Whew. All right, shake it out. From here, we are going to take this to a chair exercise. In this move, we're going to sit nice and wide with the feet, almost like we're doing a sumo squat. I'm going to scoot forward in my chair so that just my butt cheeks are seated, but my thighs are not touching the seat of the chair. From here, place your fingertips just behind your ears, pull the elbows back. Now we're going to hip hinge forward, lifting the butt cheeks off the chair. So now, just where my butt cheek connects to the top of my thigh is going to connect to the chair, and back up. All right, let's go for 10. Here we go. Hinge forward, chest out. 10. Lean back, upright position. 9. And back to upright. Fold forward from the hips and try to press your heels into the floor, just like our deadlift. This is another hip hinging motion. However, we're hip hinging more with the lower back now, less hamstring and glute, and we're just gently lifting the butt cheeks ever so slightly off the chair as we hinge forward. 1 more here. Inhale and exhale. Whew. All right, lower it down. Back to the top of this round, shoulder press. Once again, you can do it seated or standing. So in my standing position, I'm going to use my 15s, feet shoulder width apart, standing tall, chest lifted. Let's go for 10. 10, breathing through it. 9, exhale up. 8, 7, keep the core engaged. 6, push through it. 5, slight bend in those knees. 4, you've got this. 3, right to the end of this round. 2, 1 more, 1 more. 1. Whew. All right, lower it down. We're going back to our triceps kickback. I'm going to stick with my 5s on that move. So feet shoulder width apart. Fold forward. Elbows up. Pinky slightly elevated. And let's kick it back for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Extend and exhale. That's it. Keep breathing. 4, 3, squeezing the back of the arm. 2, don't let those elbows drop. 1. Whew. All right, gently come up out of it. We're going back to our deadlift. Now, in this deadlift variation, we're going to have a staggered stance. So my right foot slightly forward, my left foot slightly back, but I'm going to lift the heel of that left foot. So my dumbbell is going to be in the left hand with my right hand on my hip. And in this move, we're going to skim the front of the leg with the thumb, hip hinge, and back up. Let's do 8 per side. Now in this move, I'm only doing 1 dumbbell, so I'm going to go with a 15. So weight in the left hand, staggered stance, back heel lifted, weight in front of the thigh, chest lifted, shoulders pulled back and down. Let's go for 8. Here we go, hip hinge. 8. Try to keep the weight on the forward leg heel. 7. So the weight right now is on that right leg. 6. Hip hinge forward, keeping that chest out. 5. Gently bending through that back knee. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more here. 2. You've got this. Neck neutral. 1. Whew. All right, shake it out. We're going to flip it to the other side. Weight in the right hand. This time, left foot slightly forward. Feet are still shoulder width apart. Hand on the hip. Weight in front. Back heel lifted. Shoulders back. Let's hip hinge. Here we go. 8. Try to keep that dumbbell really tight to that leg. Again, it should skim the front of the leg as you hinge. Keep that heel elevated. And with the anchored leg, press the heel down into the floor. That's really going to wake up those glutes. We've got 2 more. 2. 1 more here. 1. Whew. All right, shake it out. We're going back to our hip hinge in a seated position. Now in this variation, we're going to add a dumbbell. So I'm going to go really, really light with this one, just using my 5-pound dumbbells. And we're going to place them on our shoulders so that the back heads of the dumbbells are resting on the shoulder blades. Walk those feet nice and wide. Lift the chest, elbows back, and let's hip hinge forward. Here we go. Press the heels into the floor. 10. And back. That's it. 9. So again, we're lifting the butt cheeks ever so slightly off the seat of the chair as we hip hinge forward so that we feel the lower back engage. Now prevent those elbows from creeping forward. Keep the shoulders back. Keep the chest pushed out and try not to round at any point. We've got 2 more here. Hip hinge, back. 1 more. Hip hinge forward and back. Whew. All right, let's lower those dumbbells down. We've got 1 more round of our deadlifts. So shoulders, triceps, deadlifts, hip hinge. So let's do this. 1 more shoulder press, but this time it's just 8 reps. Feet shoulder width apart. Standing tall, shoulders back. Let's go. 8. Keep that core strong. 7. This round has a lot of lower back engagement in it. So try to keep your lower back as steady as you can. Keep pushing through. Pull the abdominals in and squeeze your butt cheeks together. That will help to assist the lower back. 1 more. And lower it down. 1 last round of tricep kickbacks. So switch out your weight. Again, we're going to hip hinge forward, feet shoulder width apart. Pull those elbows up nice and high, pinky slightly elevated, and chest pushed out. Let's go for 8. 8. 7. Really press. 6. Breathing through. 5. 4. Keep that back flat. 3. 2. 1. Whew. All right, let's lower it down. Last round of deadlifts. Again, we're going to do that staggered stance, but this time we're not lifting that back heel. We are going to hip hinge, keeping the heel on the floor, and we're going to find that's more hamstring on this round. So grab your weight, 1 dumbbell. I'm going to do my 15. So Staggered stance are the feet are shoulder width apart, but my back toe is aligned with my front foot arch. Weight in front of the leg, lift the chest, hand on the hip, and let's hip hinge. Both heels on the floor. 8. Now, when we had our heel elevated, 7, you probably found it was a lot of glute. 6. By keeping both heels on the floor, 5. We're getting a bigger stretch. 4. In that front leg hamstring. 3. Keep that chest out. 2. Keep the weight close to the body. 1. Whew. All right, switch it out. Weight in the right hand. Once again, we've got that staggered stance. Weight in front of the thigh, chest lifted, shoulders back, heels on the floor. Let's go. 8. Breathing through. 7. Keep this up. 6. Breathing through it. 5. Press that heel down. 4. Focus on the front leg. 3. Slight bend in the knees. 2. One more here. One more. 1. Woo. All right, let's lower it down. We are going back to our seated hip hinge. And again, we're going to switch up our arms a little bit in this position. So once again, scooting your bum forward in the chair, wide stance, almost like you're going to do a goblet squat. Toes flared out, so they're pointing in the same direction as the knees. This time, we're going to take our hands just over the chest, lift the elbows up, sit up as tall as you can, and let's hip hinge forward. So we're leading with the elbows. 10. That's it. 9. We're leaning forward. 8. Don't let your elbows drop down. 7. Try to keep the upper arm parallel to the floor. 6. Push the chest out. 5. Really feeling that lower back now. 4. Breathing through it, heels into the floor. 3. Abdominals pulled in. 2. One more here, one more. 1. And lower the arms down, shake it out. Grab a water break here, catch your breather. We're gonna go to our final round. This time just 2 exercises. So biceps and halos. In these moves, we're gonna be focusing on upper body. Quick round. So we're going to bicep curl it up. Now in this move, my palms are gonna be facing up, elbows in, shoulders back and down, and we're just coming up and down, keeping those elbows in nice and tight to the torso. This one's gonna be pretty challenging. It's a little harder than a supinating curl or a hammer curl, so select your weight accordingly. I'm going to stick with my 15s. So, feet shoulder width apart, shoulders back, palms up, elbows in, and chest lifted. Let's curl it up for 10. Here we go. 10. Nice and slow on the lowering. 9. Breathing through this. 8. As we go through these rounds, because we're only doing 2 upper body moves in a row, you might find that you need to reduce your weight each set. Or after 2 sets, for example, you might need to lower it down. It's up to you if you want to do that. 2. One more here. 1. Whew. All right, let's lower it down. Now, in our halo, I would recommend selecting a light weight. While this movement feels fairly easy, we're keeping in mind that this is a mobility movement for the shoulders. So I'm going to be using a 5-pound dumbbell. Holding the heads of the dumbbell, we're going to start in front of the nose, bring the hands over to the right side so that my left elbow is nice and tight to my head, coming around behind the ear, down to the base of the neck, and then rounding over to the left ear and back in front. We're going to do 6 in one direction, 6 in the other. So get that dumbbell ready, lift your chest, and let's start to the right. Here we go. Right ear, skim the head, down. Left ear, skim the head, and that's it. Keep it going. Now, once you've got that motion, start to pick up the pace a little bit. That's it. 2 more here. 1 more. All right, other way. left, right. That's it. Left, right. You've got it. That's 2. Left. Once you've got that range of motion, pick it up. Should feel fairly fluid now. 2 more. 2. And 1. Back in front. Whew, all right. Not a lot of weight, not that heavy, but we're thinking about that range of motion of the shoulders as we halo. Let's go back to bicep curls. Again, if you need to reduce your weight, go ahead and do so. I'm going to stick with my 15s on this set. So back flat, chest lifted, palms up, elbows in. Let's go. 10. Now, because the shoulders are doing so much mobility work between these sets of bicep curls, biceps are going to start to tire out pretty fast on this round. So if at any point you feel like you can't get through the set with both arms, go ahead and alternate. That'll give a little bit of a break to the opposite arm. 6. Keep squeezing those glutes. 7. Breathing through it. 8. We've got 2 more. 9. 1 left, 1 left. 10. Woo! All right, lower it down. Now, if you feel comfortable with that range of motion, you can increase your weight to a 10 here if you like. So again, we're going to go 6 to the right, 6 to the left, and let's do some halos. So I'm increasing my weight here once I've got that motion down. Standing tall, start in front of the nose. Let's go. Breathing through. 6. That's it. 5. 4. You've got this. Keep it tight to the head. 3. Pushing through it. 2. 1 more here. 1. Other way. Here we go. That's it. 6. 5. 4. 3. Don't forget to come down behind the head. 2. 1 more here. 1 more. 1. Whew. All right, now you can see with that heavier weight, that's getting pretty challenging. Last round of our bicep curls, we're going 8 reps. Select your weight accordingly. I'm going to stick with my 15s here. Good challenge. Feet shoulder width apart. Elbows up, palms up, shoulders back. Let's do it. 8. Really squeeze. 7. Breathing through. 6. Standing tall. 5. Try not to swing. 4. Make those biceps do the work. 3. You're almost there. 2. 1 left here. 1. Whew. All right, lower it down. One last round of our halos. If your shoulders are fatigued, you can go lighter. If you want to keep it going heavier, go with your heavier weight. So I'm going to select my 10, 6 in each direction to finish off. Working through those shoulders, lift the chest, shoulders back. Let's go to the right. That's it. Breathing through. 6. Get nice and high. 5. With that elbow, you're bringing it up around the head, really tight to the head. That's it. Work on that shoulder mobility. 2 more in this direction. You've got it. 1 more here. And switch over to the left side. Last 6. You can do it. 5. Keep this up. Keep this up. Pushing through. 4. Almost there. 3. 2. Woo, shoulders are feeling it now. 1, and lower it down. We're going to stretch it out using the back of the chair. From here, place your hands on the back of the chair, walk your legs back, and just let yourself sink down dropping the head between the upper arms and elbows, pressing the heels down into the floor, pushing that chest out, getting that big lat stretch. Now, if the front legs of the chair come off of the floor, that is okay. Just try to keep this chair as steady as possible as you stretch. And this is a modified child pose. So if you find that getting up and down from the floor to do a child pose is a little bit of a challenge for the knees, this one's a great alternative to be able to get that deep lat stretch while not having to kneel down. And gently lift up out of it, walk it forward. We're going to crisscross one hand over the other, walk it back, and once again, lower down. Now you won't be able to go quite as low here, but we're now targeting the backs of the shoulder blades, getting that deep stretch. And don't worry about which hand is over which hand, because we'll be switching it up in just a moment. Deep stretch here, push that bum back, push that chest out, and gently come up out of it. Take it over to the other side. Flip the top hand, walk it back, and once again, drop down into that shoulder stretch. Lots of shoulder mobility toward the end. We want to make sure that we are stretching out those shoulders while they're nice and warm. Nice big exhale. And gently lift up out of it, walk it forward. From here, place your foot on the seat of the chair. Doesn't matter which foot. One knee bent. Now we're going to jump the other leg back. Use the back of the chair to hold on to for balance, and then push the hip bones forward. If this is not much of a stretch for you, jump that leg back a little bit further, and then push the hip bones forward, really leaning into that hip flexor stretch. Really deep stretch here. This one has a little bit more knee flexion, so a little bit challenging for balance as well as the knees. Big stretch here, keeping the hips forward, shoulders back, breathing deeply. And you might feel a little bit through the calf as well on that bottom leg. And lean back and switch the leg. Place one foot on the seat of the chair. Lean forward with your hand on the chair, and then jump it back. Push the hip bones forward and lift up through that upper body. Big hip flexor stretch here. Lots of squats and deadlifts today, lots of hip mobility involved. We want to make sure that we're stretching it out when they're nice and warm. Full range of motion. And lean back, our last move. Hamstring stretch. Once again, we're going to place our foot on the chair, but this time I'm going to turn my chair so I have access to the back with one hand. One foot on the chair, heel up or toe up, heel down, and then lean forward. Big hamstring stretch. Nice big exhale. Just a soft elbow here. Try not to lock it out. Leaning forward through that upper body, really lengthening through that hamstring. All those deadlifts worked our hamstrings pretty hard today, so we're going to lengthen and stretch them out. And gently come up out of it. Let's take it over to the other side. Heel on the seat of the chair, lean forward, pulling that toe up, pressing that heel down, and stretching out that hamstring. That's it. You've got it. Relaxing the shoulders. And lower that side down. We're all done for today. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.